Hello, I'm Fowler and this is my presentation on letterpress printing. Letterpress printing is a relief printing process which utilises raised metal type and engravings to imprint words and designs on a page. Letterpress dates to the mid-15th century and the first printing presses. Most historical resources link it to Johannes Gutenberg, the father of the printing press, who used movable type printing presses and created the first hand press. Over time, it has evolved into an art form more than a standard printing practice. Now, letterpress printing allows modern printers to create commercial works that have an appealing tactile quality in comparison to current offset and digital printing methods. Today's letterpress printing is a combination of digital design and impressions on paper. While some letterpress printers still opt for metal type set on paper, most contemporary printers design on a computer and create a plate of the complete design that is then pressed into paper. Letterpress can be an attractive and interesting option for a graphic designer. Among these are the tactile nature of the work using beautiful paper stock, the handmade feel with individual variants between printed pieces, and the embossed effect which makes the work more tangible and interesting. So there are some things to be aware of with letterpress printing. Letterpress is expensive, often 50 to 100% more expensive than offset lithography. Most letterpress equipment produces only one colour at a time. Printing with more than one colour can be challenging. The inking system on letterpress equipment is less precise with registration than offset presses, which can create problems with some graphics. There isn't an option to lay down less ink in one area than another. In other words, you can't produce gradients, so avoid reducing the opacity of your primary colours. If you want to achieve a lighter result, consider using a halftone pattern to reduce the ink density in that area. Printing can be a little more imperfect than anything you look at digitally, so be aware of fine and intricate detailing. Simple is better. So avoid type smaller than 8 points. Letterpress printed solids look somewhat different from offset printed solids. With letterpress, the paper tends to show through large solid areas, creating a slightly textured look that almost feels like suede. But just remember that these limitations can also be used to create great effect. Since the 1970s, papers for lithography have become increasingly different to those suitable for letterpress. Many current prestige branded papers do not resemble in substance or character those produced under the same name 30 or more years ago. Letterpress suitable papers are essentially soft, absorbent and spongy and allow type to sink in without excessively distorting the other side of the sheet. This enables one to achieve a decent impression. Such papers are not suited to modern high-speed photolithography, which demands hard, non-absorbent surfaces which require less ink and don't shed fibres on contact with the plate dampening solutions. For letterpress, choose paper with a soft, silky surface and a resilient core which allows type to bite without overly embossing the other side. Almost all letterpress inks are translucent. Translucent inks mean you can overprint, printing one colour over another to create a third colour. It also means on large printed areas you'll see a little paper show through, which is exactly what you want. You should always use the Pantone matching system when specifying ink colours. Inks come in two types. Rubber-based ink, which has a matte finish, will not skin in the can, is ideal for matte papers. Colours are strong and vibrant, though they can take days to dry, causing problems with overprinting, and colours may be less vibrant than with oil-based inks. Oil-based ink. Glossier, sets quickly, so works well with coated papers. Basic colours can be mixed with metallics for more ink options. Ink additives such as high gloss or varnishes are better suited to oil-based ink. Colours are brighter than rubber-based inks. And finally, a note on environmental concerns with ink and paper choices. It's good to specify low VOC vegetable oil-based inks and citrus-based solvents, and encourage clients to choose tree-free papers such as Crane's Electra, which is 100% cotton, or Mohawk Loop, which is 100% post-consumer waste recycled.